Hello to all my beautiful knights and queens of the world. You already know who it is. It's Mr. Royal Diamond, aka Mr.RoyalNieves, coming back at you with another what? Phenomenal video! So my topic today is going to be about worship. So worship basically is like when you worship God, you know what I'm saying? For all the spiritual people and for people who are starting a new journey with God and Jesus, you know, worship is just you showing your relationship with God, basically. So worship is like when you pray, you know, every night or every, you know, like every day or every night, every morning. Worship is also like, you know, like your actions that you take behind, like your faith, the belief that you have in God, you know, like talking to Him every day, praying, fasting, going to church from time to time, or dedicating yourself to a church, however your dedication, your level of journey is with God. You know, reading scriptures every day, you know, every Sunday you go to church, or you know, you should give Him praise, thanks, glory, you know, like it's just your unique relationship with Him, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like I go to church, you know, from time to time. I read like I have like a prayer book, you know, I read scriptures, I read different postings, you know, about God, or different videos about, you know, just different teachings of Him, or you know, I watch certain like YouTube videos about God, and you know, like different motivational aspect of like the scriptures and stuff like that. So that's what I mean about worship, because I was thinking about what topic to talk about, and then, you know, by God's amazing grace, He gave me like the word worship. You know, worshiping God, it's just you dedicating your life to Him, and you changing your life for Him. You get what I'm saying? Because when you begin to follow God, you have to change some of your ways, or certain ways of that doesn't please God. You get what I'm saying? So I understand like this topic may be kind of like maybe like a little hard for certain people, because you know, sometimes people really don't believe in God, because they have like this misunderstanding of God based on other people's opinion, or their belief system, or their journey with God, or what other people be saying, or because they are afraid to change. I feel like I think that's like the main thing for a lot of people. They're afraid to change because that's what is required to be like connected with God, you know, being free with God, you know. But relationship with God is such a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? It's such an incredible feeling, you know, because it's like with the moments that you was going through hardship and despair, and you thought it was over, He is there. You know, He is there to help you, heal you, cleanse you, uplift you. When you call on Him, He will show up and show out. You know, so imagine if we didn't have a God or Jesus. Imagine going through all those pain and not really having the one we can run to and feel safe and protected and love, and really have that foundation with God. Imagine not having that there, and you still being in the same place that you was desperately trying to get out of. You get what I'm saying? So this is why it's so important to worship God. You know, like you can read the Bible and scripture, but if you're not applying what He's teaching you, then what are we really doing? You get what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who even go to church, dedicate themselves to go to church, and you know, to God, and their mindset, you know, read the Bible, know the Bible inside out, but yet they have nothing to show for it. You get what I'm saying? It's like you need to have a connection in your heart with God. You need to be closer to Him, even when you fail, even when you feel ashamed, even when you know you messed up, even when it's hard to. You get what I'm saying? But it's that relationship, it's that trusting Him, it's that even when you are not proud of yourself, or you don't even love yourself, that you are still able to come to Him and should tell Him that, you know, and then He begin to work in you. He begin to show you different things, give you different analogies, different understanding, different wisdom. He will influence your life with different like, you know, different scriptures to read, different videos. He's speaking to circumstances, situation, people, even like just you should, you know, just walking around your house, then you have like this thought, this something that He's speaking to you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we as people feel like when we mess up, or we struggle with sin, or we struggle with temptation, or we still doing something that we know doesn't make God proud, sometimes we have kind of like that guilt complex, and sometimes that could be very daunting to a person, or your self-esteem, your self-worth, because you're trying so hard to honor Him. And you know, and sometimes does become hard, because you know, you have to fight during these things. You know, you have to work through them, but you only are able to do those things because when you call upon God and you're working with God to get through those things in your life. You know what I'm saying? But having God and worshiping Him, and finding your way of worshiping Him, it's a miracle and a blessing. You know what I'm saying? It's a gift. You know, that you are trying, that you are every day still getting up and trying to find new solution, new ways. But that's only when you call upon Him, when you invite Him in that journey, in that struggle, trusting him with it, that he will see you through, you know, regardless of how long that may take or what you're going through. Sometimes the breakthrough is just being still and trusting him that he will see you through, building that confidence that he will come get you, he will set you free, he will heal you from whatever it is you're going through. You should have to trust and have that patience. You have to give God time to do his thing, to work, to align, to do what he needs to do in order for you to receive the things you want. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people give up because it's like, oh, what is the point? You know what I'm saying? Then they start thinking that they're a lost cause, that God don't love them. But that's the furthest from the truth. Even me personally, through my darkest moment, through things that I've regretted, the things that I didn't, you know, wasn't proud of, he showed me how he was still there. He showed me how, you know, that he forgave me. He showed me his mercy, his kindness, his love, his strength. You know, sometimes as humans we just have emotions, and sometimes we get frustrated, we get tired, we get overwhelmed, because it's like, just go away already. You know, whatever that is you're trying to you know, to get rid of, so you can be more aligned, more closer to God. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by that. So that's what I'm saying. Keep worshiping him. Keep having that faith. Keep talking to him every day, and just don't focus on the sin. Don't focus on like being so caught up in that negative emotion that you committed a sin or whatever the case may be, or a mistake or whatever it was. But focus on God. You know, pray to God to be like, God, purify my mind, my heart, my soul, my spirit, my actions. Fill my thoughts of greater things of you. Help me to look forward. Not to look back, not to dwell on the sin, but to find creative ways to let it go, to really become closer to you and honor you. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we have to continue to fight, because we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? We're in the redefinement process. You know, letting go of all ways, all habits, things that does not honor God, and does not allow us to come closer to him. You get what I'm saying? So you have to allow yourself to trust God with it. You have to be strong in the moments of your temptations, you know. And even though I know it might be hard, but you are the easiest person to deceive. You are the easiest person to give excuses, to validate what you're doing. But you have to be strong, you know. And that's what I'm learning as well too. To certain things that I'm working through or overcoming, you know, and things I can become closer to God, is just to honor him more, because he gave me so much. I just want to be able to just to give back somehow, some way, or just to be faithful and loyal. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because sometimes, you know, we do tend to fall. We do tend to make mistakes. We do tend to give in. But if your bounce back is your dedication to not dwelling, but to fight, to keep getting up every day, keep getting, you know, to fight so you can claim your victories and your breakthrough. That's what I'm saying. So important to be aware of your habits and routines, because the longer you do them, the harder they might be to break those things. But since we got God, you know, glory to him, he is able to break those chains away from us, because we are trying and we are willing to become that humble servant, that, you know, to bow down to him and allow him to do what he needs to do in us, so we can become the child he created us to be. You know what I'm saying? But like I said in all my videos, I love you. I thank you. God bless you. Comment, like, and subscribe. Happy Holy Sunday. Enjoy your day. Until my next video. Peace.